Working late into the night, I went to the restroom because my stomach felt unwell. But after I went in, I never came out again. My name is Dai Lin. I'm a recent college graduate, now working as a graphic designer. Overtime? That's my daily routine. Today marked the 10th consecutive day of overtime this month. No choice. The company took on a major project. The deadline was tight like a noose around the neck, the workload heavy enough to crush a person. The whole industry is caught in relentless competition. No one dares to relax. The clock hands slid past midnight. The project was finally nearing completion. The lights in the entire office building were off, drowned in dead silence. Only our office remained lit with a ghastly white glow. Suddenly, a sharp, icy pain twisted violently in my lower abdomen. Damn it. It must have been that takeout. Cold sweat broke out instantly. My intestines felt like they were being gripped tightly by a fist twisting. I couldn't hold it anymore. The company restroom was at the end of the hallway. At this hour, the door looked like a dark, silent mouth. An indescribable chill crawled up my spine. Every time I passed by, it felt like something was hiding inside. But biological urgency overpowered everything. I staggered forward and slapped on the overhead light. Under the pale light, the tiles reflected a cold sheen. I rushed into an open stall and collapsed onto the icy toilet seat. Catching my breath, my eyes drifted unconsciously to the inside of the stall door. A line of messy handwriting slammed into my sight. Don't look to the left. My heart skipped a beat. Who wrote that? A prank? But as if possessed, my head turned uncontrollably to the left. On the equally modeled door panel there were more words. Don't look down. A wave of cold shot through me. This joke was too strange. Fear mixed with intense curiosity, like icy vines wrapping around my sanity. Almost with a self-destructive impulse, I lowered my head. In the damp tile gap on the floor, crookedly carved, was a third line. Don't look behind you. My scalp exploded with numbness. The blood in my body seemed to freeze instantly. I jerked my head back. Behind me was nothing, only the cold partition wall. Wait, no. A thought as cold as a snake coiled around my brain. When I lowered my head just now, behind, for that posture would mean, above my head. An indescribable fear, rising from the marrow, drowned me. What was on the ceiling? I clamped my neck stiff, desperately resisting the urge to look up. My heart pounded wildly against my ribs, almost breaking through. Run. I have to get out. No. I rushed to the restroom door and pulled hard. It didn't move. I pulled again. It was as if welded shut. Cold sweat instantly soaked my back. Is anyone there? Is someone outside? My voice echoed sharply in the empty restroom, bouncing off the cold tiles, sounding especially desperate. Silence. Only my own heavy breathing and thunderous heartbeat. I fumbled for my phone. The screen lit up, then a glaring red battery icon flashed. The next second it went black. Damn it. I've been working all night. I completely forgot to charge it. Despair flooded in like icy water. I leaned against the cold door and slid down to the floor. Those words in the stall just now, were they really just a prank? I stared at the pale ceiling. Seconds felt like centuries. Nothing was there. My taut nerves loosened just a little. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe something outside was blocking the door. Was I going to spend the night in this hellish place? The thought alone made me nauseous. I sighed helplessly, sitting facing the restroom door, letting my eyes wander across this cage. My gaze finally settled on the innermost stall. Its door had been tightly closed the whole time. A cold fact pierced my brain like a needle. When I came in, it was already closed. And from beginning to end, no sound had come from inside. Wait, the lock indicator on the outside was bright red. Red. Only when locked from the inside does it show red. A chill 10 times stronger than before froze my limbs. Inside, was someone? Or something. Time thickened in the silence. Every second felt like a dull blade slicing flesh. A corpse. The horrifying thought surfaced uncontrollably, nearly suffocating me. But what else could explain it? Fear piled up to its peak, then suddenly exploded into hysterical anger. I don't care what's in there. I've had enough. Summoning every ounce of courage, I rushed to the stall door and shoved it with all my strength. It didn't budge. Locked tight. Without thinking, I bent down in a burst of reckless madness and pressed my eyes against the narrow gap beneath the stall door. A pair of feet. A pair of cheap leather shoes exactly like mine. Even the mud stuck to the soles looked the same. They stood quietly on the cold, damp tiles. A thunderclap exploded in my mind. Blood rushed to my head, then drained away completely the next second. I screamed. Overwhelming terror strangled my heart, making it pound violently, desperate to break free. I turned and charged at the restroom door like a madwoman, slamming my shoulder into it with all my strength. The door stood like a solid stone wall. What? That's impossible. I pounded the cold door in despair, on the verge of collapse. Then, behind me came a faint sound. A soft click. The unmistakable sound of a lock springing open. My body froze instantly. My blood seemed to solidify. Extreme terror robbed me of breath. Yet I couldn't stop myself from slowly, inch by inch, twisting my stiff neck. Behind me, the tightly closed stall door was silently, slowly opening inward, revealing a narrow crack. From within the darkness, a face emerged. A bloodless face, pale as paper. More horrifying than anything, that face was unmistakably my own. The deceased Dylin. Preliminary judgment. Sudden death in the company restroom stall at approximately 12:10 a.m. last night. Cause of death, cardiac arrest triggered by extreme overwork. There are no signs of struggle at the scene. No evidence of homicide. That's it. Notify the family.